Behold a little theater magic, or potentially a little theater magic. What I have before me right now are two of the gifts from two of the Pre-sent Pres-ent artists this year. Now, there are 8 artists in Pre-sent Pres-ent, and each one of those artists receive a gift. The first gift on my right is Louisa Koeppel. She's a local choreographer here in Memphis. Now, Louisa, in her questionnaire that she got, that everyone got, she answered the questions that I posed before them. Many of the questions deal with memory or ideas of childhood, the wintertime, cold weather, and what that evokes in them. So, based on their answers, I created these gifts. So the contents of the gift really reflect what her questionnaire answers were. Everyone's got this in their gift. It's called a dream book, or I call it a dream book. The dream book basically holds images, words, and ideas directly from the text that they offered up to me. If you look here, you have the moon, you have paper dolls, you have little quotes, little pieces and parts of memories from her childhood. So basically, I compile all these gifts and put their memories in a kind of a 3D format, if you will. So little boxes open up, revealing, for instance, this one is a bird. She had a really beautiful memory of being with her brother, feeding birds at Christmas time. A little image of a bird, and inside, a little memory of her brother. It says, "The yarns of stories my brother spun into my head." Here on my left, this is Todd Berry. Now, Todd is an actor in town, so he's coming at it from a very, very different position. He has his little dream book, which has a trike on the front. Again, early childhood memory, alongside memories of his mother. So we have objects that maybe hold some meaning that would help each artist dig a little deeper and write toward an idea, a concept, a mirror ball. He's a child of the 70s, as some of us are. Here we have, again, other little boxes. He also has a lovely memory of being hit by a car. Lots of good memories for Todd. He's a comedian, so some of these tragic things he'll like flip and he'll turn into a full-length piece about being who he is. But yeah, each artist can pretty much transform or turn this gift into any work of art that they want. Now, what we do is, after the gifts are given, after they receive them, after they rehearse for about, I don't know, maybe 2 months, they show them. We have an artist scenario where all the artists are gathering together, giving feedback, filling each other in on some ideas that they see, things they don't see, things that are missing, some critical feedback. And so it creates a kind of a community around Pre-sent Pres-ent, which I think is one of the interesting things about it. After each person has their 5 to 7 minutes that they've developed, we cobble all 5 to 7 minutes in together into one little show called Pre-sent Pres-ent, which opens pretty soon.
Shining faces here in the house of the Lord, amen. Folks,
my name is Steve Swift, and I am a company member with Voices of the South, which is one of the producers of Pre-sent Pres-ent. I think I've always been kind of difficult to cast. I don't think people know quite what to do with me. I created a character called Sister Myotis. I don't think I ever really understood the adage about kind of write what you know until I really started writing for her and realized how much of what I know and remember is coming out of her. She's kind of an amalgam of lots of ladies from my youth, church ladies, school teachers. She's a Southern lady, very Southern. She's a good church lady and considers herself to be the best church lady.
he knew that working a wood chipper was dangerous work, amen, amen, but he wanted to do it for the church, amen, and his family has said it.
Initially, the character was just to create something, to be a part of this process, because I thought it was an interesting process, to be given a gift and then turn around and respond to it artistically. The very first year, my gift was a vial of glitter, a crown of thorns, and a few words on a little slip of paper that just said, I give and I give and I give. It gave me her voice, it gave me a point of view, just in those 3 words. And I started writing, and she's what came out. You know, when I set out to do this character and to talk about church. I decided I wanted to do a character that was about everything that's not important about church. I find things during the year from time to time that I want to talk about, that I want to address in some way. Oftentimes, you know, like I'm sure, you know, most any artist, you know, there are political issues and social issues that, you know, I want to deal with in some way. The challenge with Sister Myotis is that she is often so ignorant of the world that I have to find fun ways of addressing a social issue that she would absolutely be ignorant about.
Does anybody here have any idea what this is right here?
Well, I don't want to give too much away because I think this will come out. I'll tell a little bit. Sister Myotis often does kind of a sermonette. Last year she did a sermon on mistletoe and the evils of mistletoe and ridding the church grounds of mistletoe, because mistletoe was just causing people to lose control of their libido, basically. And the church was in absolute just havoc. So this year she has another concern. That concern is to do with elves. And she is opposed to elves, let's say. So I'll say that much, and you'll have to come see the show to hear the rest about her problems with elves.
My name is Todd Berry, and I'm a company member with Voices of the South. I have been given the gift. My gift is to write, and I've been actually developing a solo performance piece for myself over the last couple years. It's been a great journey. I've actually turned out some pretty interesting stuff. This year I'm writing a piece about myself. Mainly I'm drawing from my childhood with a poignant twist and a lesson or a moral, if you will. I want to be involved in the whole process because it's actually become quite selfish now. Not only is it tradition in my household because my wife and I are both in the show and have been for the last 5-6 years. It gives me an excuse or a reason or a deadline to get something written and realized and staged and performed. I guess my inspiration for the stuff I write is based on music. My stories kind of take you on a journey, and it's almost like you can't believe I'm going to go there, but I do go there. What I share is what everybody's kind of thinking in their head, but is too afraid to talk about in a way. So I put it out there, but it could blow your mind a little bit. It may make people uncomfortable, but in the end, they have a good time, I think. It's about working with all the other folks in the show. It's magical. It really is, and it's family. We're kind of locked in for 2 weeks, and we start just producing and creating, and it's just an awesome experience, is what it is. I do have to perform. It's a creative outlet. The real job I have does not give me that outlet. I feel as though I've been given a gift to make people laugh, and I enjoy making people laugh, and I enjoy making people smile, and it's fun. It's what it is.